enjoyed playing with Aman. He is a top professional golfer, but he's reached the professional ranks through a very solid junior career, a solid amateur career, and now he's playing good level of professional golf. He's working to get onto the DP World Tour and maybe the PGA Tour after that. He's played on the European Tour a little bit, a bit on the Challenge Tour. He's leaving for the Asian Development Tour on Sunday. So he's played globally, plays in India, got many victories, got a few victories this year, one victory, two victories this year.
Last year.
Three victories. But this year? End of
That was last year.
Okay.
I was like, I shouldn't forget my victory, right?
That would be achievable.
Last year.
So I hope you all enjoyed playing with him and you learned some new things, you got your doubts cleared, saw how he was making decisions on the golf course and everything, and that is what makes the difference between someone finishing on the top versus someone not finishing so well in a tournament or for the season. So, and I hope you had a good time playing with them. And what do you think of our players here? What would you want to give them advice on?
There are too many advices we'll get from too many people. But I just want to tell you all that have fun while playing. You know, keep playing. Bad shot, bad game, bad month, bad year. Keep playing. You'll get better eventually. You have to have that confidence in you while you're playing it, because this is what the game is. Golf. You will have ups and downs. You will not always play good golf. But you know you can. As long as you can feel that, you should have fun. Why not? This is a game as well, right? It is a serious sport and everything. When you are playing a tournament, you are automatically serious. You are in the zone, right? But for you to be totally there on each and every shot, you have to be relaxed mentally. Now it's easier said than done, but if you try and focus on doing that, you will have fun through the process. And when you become professional, if that is the aim, then you have to feel that way now. Because when I was your age, I didn't really play with some professional, or I didn't have so many exposure. I was from a small town. I played the whole circuit. I played with all the big players, but not really many professionals to play around with or to have all these accessories, Bushnell and everything else. So right now game is easy. So just learn through it and have fun through it. Like I see, all of you have potential. All of you are playing good golf. And till the time you are having fun on the golf course, you can make the best out of it. You can work on your swing, your coaches are here, your diet, everything is planned well. So there's nothing else to be worrying about. Right? I saw a couple of them being very angry and being very tensed. It's a practice round. You've got people to help you out. And just do your bit. And when you go back, you should be satisfied. That's the whole camp idea is, I think. When I also attended a camp, that's the whole idea. You should go back and feel like, wow, I've made the best of it. I've gotten better. Regardless of how the game went, but you got to know a lot of knowledge of the game. So I think that's about it. And I really like playing with all of you. I don't know about you guys, but I had fun.
So, one more question, and then I think anyone who wants to jump in and ask any questions, please feel free. He's here for you guys only today. So ask whatever you want to. So since they are also aspiring to be great players, top juniors, amateurs, and maybe pros also after that, what does your routine generally look like, or a routine of a professional golfer looks like when preparing for tournaments or in the off season maybe?
So during the off season, which I have had one after a long time, to be honest, because when I was playing on the Asian Tour, I had to play some on the Indian Tour to keep my card, keep my status on. So my off season was maximum 3 weeks for the past 7 years, 8 years. Maximum 3 to 4 weeks if I push it. I've got 1 week to play, or something or the other is there. When I'm free, I have to go back to my family as well to see my parents. So this is the proper off season I've got, and I'm really I was really excited to look at it because I could work on myself. I have played a lot of golf, but I could work on my body. I've gone through some injuries as well, so I have to get myself ready for the upcoming events. So my general routine is right now focused more at working out and giving my body rest, and then keeping in touch with the game. So I'm not really burning myself out on the practice range, but this is my routine now. I have had a routine when I was your age to spend the whole day at the golf course. Work out a little bit, not as much. I wasn't really aware about the workouts at that time, but now I am. So I know which muscle and what will make me play for longer, then rather than just burning myself out. So I play more on the golf course. I hit the gym thrice a week, do my warm-ups and cool down properly. And that's about it. And then have some good time watching Netflix, coming back home, interacting with friends and sleep. Good sleep is very important. Good sleep is very important. So, about that.
When you're traveling for a tournament, what does your practice round, what do you do in a practice round? Because a lot of kids I know here don't really know what is the purpose of a practice round, but they're still working on their swing even in a practice round of a tournament.
Yeah.
So what are the main things that you look when you go to a new course?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the off season, for you to work on things, regardless of swing, your body, whatever you need to work on, you do that. When you get to a tournament, you have certain things in bag and you have certain things which you have been working on. But whatever you're feeling more than 80% sure of, you should be focusing more on that and practice that and play with that potential in the tournament. After coming into the practice range or on the golf course or at the practice round, if you focus on your swing, that how to get it right, I think that's not the right spot. If you're hitting a fade, you should just focus on how to hit that fade to be in control. If you're hitting a draw, just how to keep that in control, because then you'll be able to score. When you've already reached a tournament, all you have to do is score. Nothing else matters. You can work on that later on. Or if you're really not feeling it, don't go for the tournament. It's not very bad to miss a tournament. If you're working on something, if you're not feeling confident about it, if you're really in the middle of it, take a week off, work on the tournament, work on your swing, feel confident, then go for the event. And you should be able to do this because I have learned it the hard way. I have played. Didn't really do much of a favor in me, also got injured. So when you are mentally confident, you can put out the best. Now after that also it doesn't happen sometimes. But at least you are happy that you were doing what you wanted to do. In between the tournament, if you're trying to fix your swing, you can work on a few things, but not really in a big change. That's what I would personally feel.
You've been a solid short game player always.
I had a doubt today.
Apart from a very straight ball striker, we've played a lot of golf together, and I've seen that you've always been a solid short game player. What is the use of short game? Because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in only hitting balls and leaving only the last half an hour maybe for short game and quickly making 5 putts and leave the range, whereas you end up doing 2 hours of ball striking. So how important can short game be for these guys to know?
Very important, regardless of junior golf, amateur golf, professional golf, junior, short game is very important, because there are going to be days when you are not feeling good with your body. There are going to be days when you are not swinging the way you want to. And short game is going to save that day for you. And if you are having a good day and your short game is good, you are more confident to turn a 100 to 100 to go for 500. Because you know you're going to swing that one in. You know even if you miss the green, you'll make the chip putt. You'll be more confident on hitting those shots on the flag rather than playing all time conservative. If your 10-footers are strong, you know if you give enough chances, you can make them. You can shoot a 600. Great. But when you're hitting only 8 greens, I've had days when I've hit 8 greens, 9 greens, but I still came out with a par round or a 100. So that's what helps you a lot. Short game it's like mathematics, you have to practice it. You gotta practice it. Whatever, even if you're feeling good, just feel it. It's all about feeling. see the spot, see the hole, see the line, and just hit it. Don't think too much. That's what I feel.
One question. So we all went to the course today, and I think the coaches will also agree to this. Is that sometimes when a shot does not come out the great way that you want it to be, or you miss a short putt, there is a little bit of a frustration, or there's a little bit of an anger which carries on to the next few holes. I'm sure you would have also been into sports like that sometime in your playing career. So how do you get out of it when you're in a position like that? What is your way to kind of regroup yourself?
See, it is going to happen because you have put in so much effort. You hit one bad shot, you're like, why? Why did I put in so much of effort to do this? You will get angry. Like when I played with her, I told her the same thing. That you have to try and focus on the next shot, regardless of what has happened before. It's very tough to do, but you have to practice it. As long as you practice it, you know it's fine. You know you did wrong. You know you did something wrong. It happened, but you gotta go ahead of it. Try to divert your mind somehow. Think about the good time. Think about the good rounds which you have played. Clap. Get yourself out of that situation. You know, your mind constantly keeps thinking. Just get out of it. Think about the good days, good putts, good drives, good rounds of golf, and move forward. And if you do that, then the next shot you'll be able to think and actually deliver it. And if you go and you're still thinking, a 3-putted. So, but because you have the potential, but once you do it, you have to remember the good parts of the day. You have to remember the good tournaments. That's how you snap out of it. That's how you come out of it. So that's how I do it. For my answers, I don't think they need to know more right now.
Anyone who wants to ask anything related to golf or anything, please ask your questions.
Why are you looking at me?
I think they're all and they've got too many information.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This perspective, and now this is a global issue, not just India, but Asia, Europe, the States. What coaches are noticing is two areas: the tee shot and short game around the greens. So short game around the greens in general, I see too much loft being played. 58, 60 degrees with loft. However, we know we have 4 or 5 wedges ranging from 48, 50, 52, 54, 56. But the large percentage of junior golfers, from my opinion, what I see is they're all playing, not all, but the large percentage are using too much loft. Can you explain to the juniors here the reason why and when you would use a 48, 50, 52, 54, or when would you use 58, 60? Because as you know as a pro, as us as coaches know, the rule of thumb is you get the ball on the deck as quick as you can, unless you need to get over something. So maybe you can cast some advice to the juniors here, more so about the wedge play around the greens and the importance. And then secondly is the tee shot. So we want to address the short game first, and then we can maybe move on to.
Yeah, first, why all the kids are influenced and driven towards hitting a flop shot? Because it is a trap. Everyone wants to hit a flop shot. All the pros, all the videos, if you see, now, yeah, there are a few pros showing it, but there are still a lot of videos where you see pop on the bunker from the hazard, whatever, but they don't see that why they are doing it. You need to have that shot in your bag, you want that shot in your bag, but you should be in that situation to hit that shot. If you are not, then you don't need to. If you have enough green to work with, it's simple. Let's say you have got the whole table to work with, and the flag is right here at the end. But this is all green. You're just here. If you loft it, hit a lofted club, try to drop it here. So now this is so much area that you have to work, and you have to judge how much depending on the ground, how hard, how soft it is, how is the grass. So you have to judge all of that and drop it here. Whereas, if you hit a pitching wedge or a gap wedge or a sand wedge, whatever you feel comfortable, you have to practice this shot for sure. But if you just put it here and then let it roll, at least it is here, it's on the green first. You will have a putt, even if you don't hit a good shot, you will still have 7-8 feet putt, right? But if you do that, and if you hit a bad one, you might not even end up on the green, or you hit it over the green. Yes, you should master it, but you should know when to use it. Keep it in your bag, but if not needed, don't use it. Because the average is going to be always better when you use a less lofted club. You just put it here, it'll do the job. Right? Does that make sense? Anyone?
Yeah.
Make sense? Okay?
And I think again, you can relate to the environment that you're playing in. It's interesting for me coming from Scotland. We all know Scotland's got a high temperature of 5 degrees and it's got an average wind speed of 35 degrees. So do you think our kids are learning to play flop shots with these conditions on fairways, on links terrain like this?
Turf is very hard.
So it's
It's gonna bounce.
the environment that you have to be able to play both, to develop as a golfer.
Exactly.
Right? This man's going to be playing all over the world. One day he's going to be playing in Scotland. I'm sure maybe he's played in Scotland
Yeah.
already. He's played links golf. He'll tell you. It's completely different.
Yeah, you cannot hit that
You know?
shot.
I went to Thailand. I went to Thailand a year
Yeah,
ago.
Thailand.
And I got the kids pitching with their 3 woods. They thought I was crazy. So why are we using our 3 woods? I said, I want to see how much control you've got off a wooden face, which the spring affects very quick. But I want to see how much control you can and just putt the ball to the hole. It was a bit of fun, but just to show them.
Yeah,
You know,
because they're not
less
stealing.
loft, less loft. I mean, how many of you putted with your 3 foot, with your 3 wood? 5 yards off the green.
They have probably not even thought about it.
Yeah, see? So
That's-
it's these things that, you know, it's understanding. And hopefully one day I'll be able to take some of you to Scotland and play links golf and learn to pitch and run with the 7-iron and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a fine line, there's a balance.
Yeah.
There's a real balance.
In Asia, you need a flop shot much more than what you would need in Scotland, Europe, anywhere else, because it's hard. It's links courses. You don't have enough. Even if you have the best of the wedges, you'll probably have to go so down and cut the ground. But unless and until you have a bunker in front of you, you don't have to hit that shot. So that's going to be like 1 or 2%. Whereas if you come here in Asia, every now and that's how the golf courses are tough. They're shorter first of all, and everywhere they have bunkers, hazards, this and that. The roughs are thicker. Sometimes they have to get just off the apron. Still they have to hit like a flop shot. You have to practice it, master it, keep it in your bag. But I think it just becomes that this season you have to be confident with both the shots and decide when to hit it. Right? Practice both. But it's the situation. But I think the longest time I struggled, I had so many shots in my bag. Not just the short game, but anything else as well. But I wasn't making the right decisions. Which shot to play when. I had it in my bag, but I couldn't make the right decision. So, first of all, practice it, master it, keep it in your bag, then decide it. And think on your own as well. Like, you never know, you will come up with your own shot, which you like, which will give you the result. But that result, you should know. You should put it on paper, put stats, and then see, am I getting the result or not? If I'm not, then why am I hitting it? Don't just hit it because everyone is hitting it. Right?
Tee shot is another important area. More so again about seeing the shot off the tee. I mean, it was interesting listening to you there at the first hole today explaining. You brought a 5-iron out, right? What did everybody else use? Most of you used woods, a few of you used irons. So again, it's all situational based, but just to ask you, it's a decision. It goes back to the short game. You can have the shot in your bag, but it's knowing when to play that shot.
Yeah.
So the same story is really from the tee. When to play the driver
Yeah.
and when to play right. Today was a 5-iron when you knew there was no advantage of you playing the wood. You've learnt that over your experience and your time and your
Exactly.
knowledge of your own game. So again, any knowledge you can pass on to the kids
That's
in this
why
one.
I brought both the clubs. I had my 5-iron, I had my driver with me. And even I've seen it, I've hit driver on the first hole a lot of times, even in the tournament. But I have to know, do I get the advantage of it? Am I feeling aggressive? Is it the third day of the tournament and I'm like 40th? I have to play like a 600-700 round to get back up. Or is it the first day of the tournament, there's not much of advantage. There's no need to take risk. And if I'm on the fairway, I've got a wedge or a 9-iron, which is a simple shot on the green. So I don't have to put myself into that situation where I don't know what to do. It's a simple hole. I don't want to make a double bogey and triple bogey to start off with. That's about it. So you got to realize when you have to find the farthest part of the fairway, think about the second shot, which can get closer to the hole. And try to make it simple. Just make it simple. That's it.
And believe in what you do.
Yeah, believe what you do.
Believe what you do.
Choose the shot, commit to it. Go to the next shot, choose it, commit to it. Keep on playing. Did I ever struggle with swing speed?
Were you like feeling that I needed longer?
Yeah, 100%. When I was number one in juniors, probably my driving distance was 230 yards. When I was number one in amateur, my driving distance was 245 yards, 50 yards. But I was somehow getting away with it because I was very straight. Whatever I was hitting, 3-iron, 3-wood, driver, whatever narrow spot, I could do it, and then my short game was good. But then when I played with the other players abroad, I went abroad and I played a lot of golf from the team, from the IGU. And I realized that I need to pick up my distance. If I want to become professional, I can't keep playing like this. There are a lot of professionals in India who still play with that distance, around 245, 50 yards. But if you want to reach another level, then you have to. And to be honest, I never really imagined that I would be hitting it the way I'm hitting it right now. It's not very long, but it is very long from where I was. It's 280, 285 carry is like an average. I can put it to 290 as well. Yesterday in Golden Tees, the fairways are playing hard, but I hit a 400-yard drive on the last hole. Okay, to make myself happy, I hit a 9-iron on the second shot on the 18th hole of Golden Tees. So, but it's still an ongoing process. Now I still have to gain some more yardage if I want to play on the European Tour, right? Still, this yardage is decent enough for me to be contending in Asian Tour events if my dispersion is less. So from the speed, I also need to know my control to keep that. I struggle with it. Happy that I got it, but I have to keep working on it as well for later.
So what did you do for it?
Work
I
out.
think everyone's looking for speed.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for speed. I think everyone wants speed, needs speed.
I think the main thing is they just hit it hard, but they don't know where they're hitting it from. The smash factor is a very important thing. Right now, also, I think a lot of people who have higher swing speed than me, but they are hitting my distance. It's because of the smash factor. You're not hitting it from the center of the club. So that is also one very important thing which will have swing speed, increase your swing. You know how to increase swing speed. Do workout, do strength training, do speed training, do all of that, but get the centered contact as well in your head. That's what. Got it? Okay? Satisfied? Bakka? I'll share this memory of Singapore where I had, it was the second day of the tournament and I had last 3 holes to play. And I saw the score, I was 2 over and the cut was going at 1 under. So I had to make birdie on the last 3 holes to finish. The next hole was the par 3. I hit a good shot, got in the hole, I got a hole in one on that hole, and all my reaction was like this. Now I need one more birdie. I wasn't really worried about what I'm gonna get for the hole in one or anything else. I was just like, now I've got 2 more holes and I have to make one more birdie. As luck would have it, the next hole I made a birdie. Now last hole is the par 5, where it is the easiest par 5 to make the par. My third shot is around 130 yards, a little bit headwind. Pin is just on, probably 4 inside, and it's a little elevated green. I pitched it on, it spun back, and I have like this deadly up and down to make par and make the cut on the number. I hit that close and make the cut on the number. So that was one of the most memorable moment of my golfing career, to make it on the number. Yeah. 100%. And there was one more in Sabah in Malaysia when I shot 8 under on the last day to come in the playoff of an Asian Tour event. And I knew the last 6 holes that I have to make 3-4 more birdies to just keep getting in there. Saw the scoreboard, but I just kept myself there. I just want to finish the best of the round. I didn't expect myself to go into the playoff, but I was playing well, made the best of it. Got in the playoff, didn't really make it to winning the event, but that is one another event outside India which was really memorable. We are in 4-way playoff.
It's interesting that you said that memory is making the cut rather than winning. So what would you?
First win is special, second win is even more special. But if you talk about if winning is the only memory which I'm going to have, then that's not what I do every day, right? I think winning in a very, not expecting way, when you don't expect to win, you do it great. When you expect to win, you do it great. But the whole process in between, where you make some birdies from all over the place, when you make that chip and putt on the last hole to win the event, that is very exciting for me. But I think I've said those stories too many times. I don't want to share those stories because I won the tournament, and obviously I remember those times. But what happened in between to make the cut? I think making the cut and winning the tournament is almost, the pressure level is almost the same. So if you're in contention or if you're making the cut, it's almost the same.
Depends how much money you got in the bank.
Yeah. I don't play forward.
Well, it comes back to the. So, what's your best game you played? So, it's not about score. No, it's not 9 under. He said, oh, that day was tough, so much wind, played even par, but so same thing as winning or making the cut. You say, no, you make the cut, but for you, it's same thing with that. No, it could be a 73, but what a 73 it was. I mean, that's the best game of my life. So it's not 65, it's not 64, it's not 73, but my gosh, I made shots that day, I saved this and that, and I was able to, tough conditions. So build on that, and yeah.
India would be favorite course. Going into the stats, I've won 2 tournaments in Jaipur, I go there. But the way I like it, it's very favoring to all the players and help them go on the international standard is Kalahar Blues and Greens. I've won there as well, so yes. But outside, I would say I played in Australia, Melbourne. There's a golf course, Royal Melbourne Golf Club. Played as an amateur, but I still remember. That is one great golf course. So those 2 golf courses would be a good question. Which was the proudest win and why, right? It was in Kalhar only actually. That was my second win. But on the last day, I ate something bad on the 3rd day of the event. After the event, for dinner, I ate a shawarma roll.
In Ahmedabad, that's not a good idea.
And the funny thing is, even the day before that, I had that for dinner. But this time I went a little early. Chicken was a little undercooked. I realized it halfway. I didn't even eat the whole thing. I ate only half. But on the way back, I started puking. I was upset. I barely ate anything the whole round after that. I just woke up and I was feeling very weak. But I hydrated myself well. Had a banana. After reaching the golf course, I was okay to swing, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll play. But then I started, and things were not going my way. Not at all. First of all, I drove it. I had 80 yards to the green and hit a bogey. Then just kept on hitting greens like 40 feet left, 50 feet right, making 2 putts, just getting away with pars. And the guys with me are like 3 shots ahead of me already. I was leading by 1 shot, and then there were 3 shots ahead of me already. So I was like, I don't know how am I gonna get this, but I just want to keep myself somewhere near the leading score. So by the end, I shot a 1 over par to win by 1, and that happened after 4 years of my last win. So yeah, that was the proudest and why.
What did you learn out of that? Don't eat chicken in Ahmedabad.
No. Never give up. Day before as well, so this is a tested place. I should have gotten on the right time. I went a little early. Just happened to me.
So nonetheless, you won.
Favorite player at PJ Tour?
Not right now or ever?
Ever.
Ever.
Onions.
Ernie Els.
Onions. I love his swing.
Huh?
And
Who's my favorite player?
I think these kids are a little too young to know who Ernie Els is, because I think he's maybe
Onions, okay fine, search for it. It's okay. Google, you've got Google now. Search who is Ernie Els, where is he from, South African player, I'll tell you that. But I also met him and got a picture with him, so it was very, very nice moment. But I have always grown up looking at his swing and trying to be as smooth as he is. If he hits his 6th iron, that time he used to hit it 205 yards, I still remember. But it looks like you've hit a log wedge. He has hit a log wedge or a pitching wedge, like Max. But he still gets it there. So the tempo is the main thing, which is why he is my favorite golfer. Currently, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah. He's my favorite player too. He's my favorite player too.
Yes.
58 just recently.
From the ladies.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shot 50 from the ladies team. I thought he
From
shot.
the ladies, it doesn't exist. Right? It's like the red.
Okay, guys, we will now say thank you and bye to Aman. And I think we can have a round of applause for him. And thank you, Aman, for taking out your time, playing with you guys, speaking to them. And I think we've all learned a lot.
Yeah. It was fun. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Key.